A guy looks really good and, you know, he's on point, everything's on point. For women, I feel like we fall harder for guys that look really good. You know, everything's on point, they look great, rather than a guy that doesn't look as good or whatever. Same thing. I think it's the same thing, vice versa. I think women are harder on guys that look.
A man, the beauty is being handsome. You know what I'm saying? It's not about really being pretty. It's being handsome. You see a man that's built up and look.
I think his personality does it for him, though.
To me, that's an attractive man.
His
a man
personality.
That's, you know, a handsome man. Like, you know, a man don't gotta be. A man could be ugly and be handsome.
You could be a 5 and a 6. Get yourself a bag and turn into an 8, and get yourself a bag and turn into an 8. There's chemical pills that a lot of celebrities that you see, these dirty little kids that's 21 years old that all of a sudden get a major deal. They take a couple chemical pills and it takes off the dead, nasty skin on their face. They start getting a nice little clean shape up, and then they get themselves a nice little outfit and they get clean clothes, crisp clothes, and all of a sudden they might have been a 5. And now they're a 7.
Get their teeth fixed.
They get their teeth fixed, and cosmetic surgery is real. Yes. There's girls who's getting their face completely redone. Yes. And if it's done proper enough, she could have been a 5 and turned into an 8 over the course of a 6-week to 8-week healing period. You have beautiful and you have naturally beautiful. There's no beautiful is can be bought. There are people who are born naturally more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Yes. But beauty can be bought with money because there's so many different things that come into play with being beautiful. I'm gonna tell you from a personal experience, if I don't get a haircut and my dreads done in 3 weeks, you're not gonna recognize me. And my facial hair is now growing up over here. My hairline is all crazy. My dreads is nappy. I'm gonna look, y'all gonna be like, yo, he walking in the store, watch out for him. Like, I'm gonna look like a criminal but I'm fortunate enough to have enough money to take care of myself aesthetically often. And that's what kind of gives myself sex appeal. Like, I don't like, sometimes genes do play, and I'm never gonna down credit, but the way you take care of yourself plays a bigger fact. And if you are beautiful versus pretty.
I feel like you gotta maintain your look. That's why when you would look, you would see somebody from high school that was the prettiest girl in class, and then now you're looking at them, they're the ugly. They look like they lost it because they don't take care of themselves. Looks and beauty, you gotta take care of it. You don't take care of it, you lose it. You know, some people lose it in a later age and some people lose it in an early age.
Going back to like beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I was dating a woman when I was about 19, 20 years old, and she wasn't really appeasing to the eye or whatever or whatnot. But she was a sweetheart. She was very loving, very smart, very attentive, and with all her makeup off, and she took the wig off and everything like that. I looked at her and I did not feel no differently about her. I looked at her and was like, she is still beautiful.
And when you get to know the inner beauty, like that whole, you know, like I might be dating the most ugliest dude, but once you fall in love with somebody, they become beautiful, they become handsome.
And it could work vice versa too, because you could be a beautiful girl. I could be dating Erin, and Erin doing some fuck shit. I'm like, bitch, you're not even that cute. Like, I start looking at her like, whoa.
Guys, we have this segment called Put Yourself in Our Shoes, right? Where like people tell us like their situations and like we put ourselves in their shoes and like tell them how we react. Now we had a segment last episode where they told us that they love, like basically they love their partner, but they're not sexually attracted to their partner.
A girl or a guy?
A guy. He told us that he didn't say he really loved her, but he just said that he's not sexually attracted to her.
It happens all the time. You can love someone and not be sexually attracted to this person. Yeah. I mean, again, it's men love differently than a woman.
That's
Men
true.
would accept certain things differently than what women would. And at the end of the day, like, and he might not never been sexually attracted to her, which a woman might fell out of sexually attracted to a man, but in the beginning she probably was, or case may be. However, to going back, as you were saying, you was talking about somebody's attitude. The attitude, the way you carry yourself, as what Rico said, I'm agreeing with everybody, your aura, that makes you beautiful. Like that's, you could see somebody, right? Or it can make you ugly, right? Now, and I don't care how pretty you think you are, the attitude, if your attitude is not right, you're gonna always look ugly and to people, because at the end, and remember what you were saying, taking care of yourself. When you take care of yourself, you carry yourself with a different type of energy, a different type of confidence. And women you can have some sweatpants on, some sneakers and a t-shirt. They can spot a man with confidence immediate, just like that. Like, I can tell he do something or he about something, right?
Because I said, what attracts me to a man is everything that make him masculine. To the way he keep his beard shaved, to him working out in the gym, to him having muscles. I can't date a skinny dude that don't have no muscles. Right. I can't I can't date somebody that don't take care of themselves. Like, you understand? Like, just like a woman, like when a woman go get her hair done, nails done, or whatever, it's showing that she pays attention to herself, that she cares about herself. And somebody was just like, oh, that's so superficial.
Is that
that's not gonna
that
matter.
you have with them, or is that just something you feel? Like, did you actually tell them?
I see it when I'm going on a date with somebody. I watch them. I look at them. I look to see, like, especially if you brush your teeth first thing in the morning, okay? Yeah. Or you eat first and then decide to brush your teeth. If you use a washcloth when you fucking take a shower.
But did you tell them, though?
I pay attention to certain things like that. I feel like you could hint certain things to somebody, but a 30-year-old man that never used a washcloth.
Thank you. That's what I said.
A person that's 30 years old that never went to the gym probably is not going to start now because I asked him to. He probably be like, bitch, please, I'll find another bitch that suck my dick. I'll be going to the gym.
It could go 50-50 because sometimes I don't watch men who, when they by themselves, men is simple. We don't need extra. We don't need a whole lot of everything. But you can tell if you've been to his apartment, he don't really got no pictures on the wall. He don't got no art on the wall. The minute he get a woman, this nigga got paintings.
the fancy towels.
His soap different. The whole 9 yards. So he can be inspired by to do better. Yeah. Change is consistent. You can't just say that somebody because they did something for 40 years that they can't change. Change is consistent. It just depends.
They're just less likely.
It's just.
Why do men get so offended when a woman suggests certain things for you to change? Like, there's some men.
Why do women get offended? I had a girl. Time out. Why do women get offended then? This is the same question. I had a girl. She used to think that her perfume was popping, and I said, "Yo, listen. I don't like it, bro. Like it smelled too like I was like, yo, to me it smelled like pepper. She said it's musk. I said it's a no must. I said like, yo, it's a no must. And she was like, really? I mean, like, I've been wearing this and, I've been doing this for about 5 years and everybody tells me I'm not everybody. Like,
that shit make me want to gag.
You're not walking into everybody's house no more. You're walking in my house. And when you walk into my house, I need something sweet and subtle. I don't know what it is. Figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's
you know how you fix it? You buy it.
Yeah, you buy it. Like,
but you know what's the crazy thing? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not educated on perfume.
Like I'm a natural person, so like, and when I say, we go out, wear makeup. They be like, "How you think I look? Oh, you all right? Like you cute." But I'm not forcing you to do anything. And I'm not trying to change your spot on a leopard.
The physical, honest truth is it costs more money when you're less attractive.
Rich people and good-looking people get away with things. A good-looking woman gonna get, like, a woman that's unfortunate looking gonna have to work a lot harder than a pretty woman. A pretty woman might walk outside, just walk outside, and a rich man find her, then boom, her struggle is over.
But what makes you a pretty woman?
I'm doing a Danny finger. All right. So I do want to add on to what Danny said. This is why I felt like women was so big on, and y'all gonna be mad at me, I don't care. They're going so big on getting degrees and having money because you don't have the looks, so you had to compensate it in another way.
To add on
you have to get the nice car, sweetie. You have to get the nice house. You have to dress in designer all the time because you're not here. Like, it's just not there for you. So one guy said it. He was like, why do women think what make you a high value female is, oh, I got 4 degrees. Oh, I drive a Benz. Oh, I got a nice house. He was like, that don't make you a high value female because you will still get cheated on with the bitch that's in the projects with her mother. You still, like, he will still pick her and build her up to put her on your level if she can be. You understand? So it's just like, it's true. It's like some women, they feel like the money, the degrees and stuff like that, it's overcompensated. Like it's trying to replace their looks and it's not.
Ladies, you educated sisters who got their thing together, it always helps. Do not get nothing twisted about that. But if you are not more fair seeming, right? to another woman that is more concordant to society is attractive with the same degrees, obviously, right?
Beauty is subjective, like it's in the eye of the beholder. So like to me, you might be beautiful, but to someone else, you're like, that's all you can have them. I don't really feel attracted to that. And it also relates to, I believe it's called like the golden rule. Like the more symmetrical your face is, or like the way your nose is built, that's kind of like raises the bar as to beauty goes. That's how, I guess, mostly another kind of race would be related to like a standard, regular, high standard of beauty. But it might not be what you like. It's just like what society values as beautiful based on like the golden rule. And also to add on to like the first point that we were talking about, money and how much people make based on how they look. It is true. Like in society, if you are taller, like let's say someone who's 5 feet, a male who's 5 feet versus a male who's 6'2", even though they do the same job, the male that's 6'2" will have a higher salary or a higher hourly rate than the person who's 5 feet.
I'm 6'6". I'm 6'6", and either I'm the most unluckiest person in the world, or I don't know. Listen, maybe I'm just exception to the rule. But another caveat before we moving on, because you're gonna get your turn again. I'm gonna host this thing today. Listen, right? So, but another caveat before we move on to, because we want to hear Aaron and Natasha, right? Your point of view. Beautiful and being pretty is two different things. Right. Everyone has some type of is beautiful in their own way, and yes, to the eye of the beholder. Now, pretty is something totally different. You see somebody immediately, as Rico said, something that's universal. This damn thing is right here. It's pretty, right? Or somebody might have sex appeal. Another woman or a man might not have sex appeal. All of that varies depending on the individual.
Can I say one thing before you go? But I feel like your looks. You know how you said, okay, a degree is very important too. Your looks is very important in the workplace too. Like I got a degree in accounting, but I went to the job. The guy looked at me. He was like, "Oh wow, you look very beautiful." He gave me the job. I got fired in 2 weeks, but I got the job just because the way I look. He knew I couldn't do the job, so why even hire me? So your looks play everywhere you go. A man might hold a door for you. An ugly bitch might go through, boom, he let the door go. Now you know what I'm saying? But then he's seen a pretty girl, now he's opening the door. Nigga, you don't hold.
He running from across the street to open the door.
You don't do that. You don't do things like that.
I just wanted to go back to what you were saying. It's not the golden rule, but it does have to do with symmetry. And that's like just the standard of like what our eyes see and what our eyes perceive and how the standard of beauty is created.
The less asymmetrical someone is, the uglier they are.
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Effectively, yeah. Symmetry is where one thing is equal to the other on the opposite side. Yeah. But I want to say this. There's a downside to being pretty, because if you're pretty and in certain situations, you will get discounted. And I'm not going to lie, I've taken advantage of that. Like when I was in law school, I'll never forget. I was like, I ain't really got to say nothing, but I can get on law review. I can get all A's. I can do this, that, and the other. I used to sit in class on the computer buying clothes. Like I wasn't listening to no lectures. People didn't know that I was smart. Because, I stopped raising my hand. I would ask questions here and there, but I stopped raising my hand. I stopped paying attention. I wouldn't go to class early, on time, none of that. Because I was bringing the bar down. But then it come around, Dean's List, law review, this journal. They was like, damn, we know Aaron had no sense. Yeah, I might sound country. I might not raise my hand. I might sound crazy as hell. But the fact that I was cute, people didn't really expect nothing from me. So I took advantage of it. This is about self-preservation. This is about looking out for yourself. And this is about taking care of you. So when your heart is on your sleeve, somebody gonna mess you over, period. And I think it is in your best, or in one's best interest, to avoid doing so. You can still care for somebody. You can still show emotion. You can still feel a certain way. You can still fall in love. But I think that you have a propensity to just like get done wrong when you wear your heart on your sleeve. When you show I think wearing your heart on your sleeve is like showing all your cards. If we sitting here playing Uno and I see all your cards, I'm gonna know exactly how to play you. I'm gonna know exactly how to react to you. I'm gonna know exactly how to manipulate you. I'm gonna know exactly how to move. Knowing how to move is not necessarily manipulation, but I think that you're easily taken advantage of and easily hurt.
I used to wear my heart on my sleeve.
I feel like you should.
I feel like I used to, and let me tell you something. Me changing that saved me so many headaches. Oh my God.
What I say?
Yo, when I actually take my time to get to know people and realize that a lot of what men say is gas, and they will gas you the fuck up. They'll use 93, all right? On your ass. They will fucking gas you up. Now I'll be sitting there, one guy was like, yo, I sent you flowers to your crib, da da da. I'm like, yeah, all right. So 10 o'clock come, I'm like, yeah, nigga, your flowers never came on. Yo, I'm in and out the house. I'm not even paying on mine. He's like, oh, they said they was delivered. I said, so I'm talking to my homeboy. He's like, damn, I'm gonna use that one. He was like, because how the fuck you gonna send flowers to somebody's house and you not tracking it? He was like, I done sent shit to bitches' house and I'm tracking it. And when it says delivered, I'll be like, yo, shorty, you got it? Well, I sent you, da da da. So I'm like, that was a way to like gas it. Like he thought he was doing something. So now that I'm not going all into people anymore like that, I literally see past the bullshit. When guys be talking and stuff, I be like, But there's some girls that fall for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because y'all have a cute little vibe and a cute couple of dates, they be like, oh my God. And then you start cutting off other guys you're dating for this one vibe or whatever because he's a little more consistent. No, I just choose. I'm a very affectionate person. I'm a very loving person. I love love. But my thing is, I want something that's worthy. So I'm going to... I'm going to take my time. You feel me? I'm going to be guarded. I'm going to be guarded at first because people will literally tell you whatever. And sometimes they will almost do whatever to get what they want from you. And it's not always love.
You know what's up next, like the next time. So I feel like you should wear your heart on your sleeve. You should give it all. You should like, you know, all in. Till this moment, I still wear my heart on my sleeve. Like I feel like I'm a hopeless romantic, and I still wear my heart on my sleeve. I still like give it my all.
You're in love with the idea of love.
Yes, I'm in love with that idea, and I feel like till the day, like I feel like right now, like a guy try to play me, he try to do this. I'm ready.
Here's my thing, right? And if you ask me, should you wear your heart on the sleeve? I'm gonna tell you, be you. I'm me, and that's the best part. Like, I don't like when people put up a fake front. If your heart is naturally on your sleeve and now all of a sudden you're a tough, strong person, you're still gonna get played. And when you get played, it's gonna hurt more because you thought you did everything right and you still failed. You know what I'm saying? If you don't wear your heart on your sleeve, you got a trouble not wearing your heart on your sleeve, don't play Prince Charming.
No.
But what about when we... In our whatever our relationships and whoever we deal with, we be like, you know what? That was a bad thing that I did. Like I got hurt, so I'm not gonna move that way anymore. So shouldn't we learn from these?
Nah, because
you learn from that.
Time out,
you
stop.
do learn from
the
that.
The thing is, y'all trying to talk about learning, right?
do.
Wait, listen. It's not even about learning. It's about somebody loving you for who you are. If I wear my heart on my sleeve and you know all the cards that I'm playing, okay, you play me, that's your loss. The person that's gonna appreciate me is not gonna play me even though they know the cards that I have. And in the same way on the flip hand side, I'm a cold-hearted individual. I don't wear my heart on my sleeve. You know, feel what I'm saying? So a girl who, if I think and play Prince Charming, once we get into a relationship and then I get all cold, she's gonna be like, yo, I thought you was a sweet talker and all of this extra. I don't put up false expectations. I be myself from the beginning to the end. And if you are a hard lover, yes, you need to move smart. But that doesn't mean that you need to change how you are. There's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I personally feel.
I don't feel like you should wear your heart in your sleeve for everybody. Everybody you meet, you're already in love. And I know people like that. Fall in love with everybody.
No,
this is not a free gimmick.
Yeah, that's different.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to wear your love, like your heart in your sleeve for the right person if you feel like it's kind of worth it. Now, if you know it's worth it and you're still holding back, now you fucking up.
Don't mistake me wearing my heart on my sleeve for
you
me
being
making
weak.
decisions.
Period. Sorry.
Thank you.
Decision making and wearing I can be in love with you or fall in love with you so much, but I'm not gonna allow my E to control my I. My emotions control my intellect. It's just, that's not, now, every now and again, it could happen. I ain't perfect, right? It could happen. However, we take probabilities. For the majority of the times, that's not gonna happen.
I know a guy, it took me a year to see his true self. the whole time he was dying for me. He would take a bullet for me to prove the point. You know what I'm saying? But like it's by time I realized, nope, you don't really. That's not really. You know, that's not what he really trying to do. He wanted me to fall in love with him so he could use me. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But like knowing what I know already, I already done what my heart and my sleeve and all that. I already learned that, but I already knew it was a cap. You know what I'm saying? But eventually I saw his true colors and it was ugly. You know what I'm saying? You can't just miss somebody and then already your heart is in your sleeve. You know what I'm saying?
People at some point in their lives wear their heart on their sleeves. So when you start off, when your first little boyfriend, girlfriend, 13, 14, 15, 16 or whatever, you don't have life experiences, you haven't had a heartbreak. All you know is, oh, they're so cute, or oh, they're so funny. You ain't worried about their job because they don't have a job. You're not worried about how much money they make because they don't have a job. Like all these things don't matter. So you're just open. Like we say in the South, you got your nose wide open. You know what I mean? You wet behind the ears, you being super green, you thinking about this person. Man, I wonder what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's like I think as you get older and you experience heartbreak and you experience people treating you poorly. Hold on, and you experience people treating you poorly and you experience all the negative things that come along with a relationship and building connections with people. That's what makes people essentially, change and be different and turn away from wearing their hearts on their sleeves. Right. So I think at some point everybody starts out like that.
I was like in 7th grade. I had just moved to the place that I had moved to, and I was really cool with a girl who had a sister named Ashley, right? And the sister liked me, but I'm like, yo, your sister is bad. Like, and her sister was older. So I let it slide. I even tried like, yo, I'm in 8th grade now. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm a freshman. I'm like, all right, fine. When I get to high school, I'll talk to you then. Like, so then long story short, I was always flirting with her. We was on the same bus and shit like that. Then she started dating somebody. So I was like, oh, damn. So I let it slide. So now a year passes.
You let it slide.
Yeah, I let it slide. I'm not gonna apply pressure. A year passed, and now I'm a junior. So mind you, I started out in 7th grade. Now I'm a junior.
Your mother was junior.
Yeah, but I was always, I was still doing my thing, but because she was doing her thing. She was in a relationship. Anyways, I'm a junior. I break up with my girl, and then I found out that she's broken up with her man's. And it was around Christmas break.
It's my time.
I saw her in the mall, and I had this little insider joke with her because one time she was on the bus and her hair was wet, and I was like, oh yeah, we just took a shower together. Everybody, don't worry about it. And then that's was my shower partner. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw her, I was like, oh look, what's up? Like when we gonna take that shower? Like you feel me? So she was like, oh, I'll think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, what's your number? You got a new phone. So she gave me her number. A month later, I cracked. When I cracked, I think because I wanted her for so long that I was on a high pedestal. I wasn't even in this earth. I told my friends, one time I said, listen, you know what I'm saying? Guys, y'all, mind you, she was the baddest girl in high school at the time. And I was a junior, she was a senior, so I'm popping. You feel me? I'm popping.
He was a clout.
And I'm like, no, I was popping in the school. I don't give a fuck now. So then, I remember one time, you know what I did last night? I snuck out and I was cracking so and such. They're like, no, you wasn't. I said, I wasn't? I put my shirt off in the cafeteria. I said, you see the scratches on my back? They're like, oh my God. Long story short, we talking for about 3 or 4 months. And then this little dude started pulling. I'm like, why are you in the car with this man? She's like, don't worry, he's just a friend. I said, I trust you. Never again.
You see it in front of you.
And then I said, yo, I let that slide. Then the next day, she said, oh, I'm chilling with so-and-so. I'm like, yo, what you do? I'm in football practice. I'm like, what are you doing chilling with? It's just a friend. I said, I let that slide. Then 3 weeks later, she's about to graduate, and she's like, yeah, I gotta work 2 jobs because I gotta pay for school. So I don't really know if I could, be in a relationship right now. So I said, I understand, you gotta do your thing. I'm still gonna be in high school, you're gonna be in college. We had this situation in middle school and high school, you feel me? A month later, she in a full relationship with this nigga. So I said, oh, they wanna die. You wanna play with my love? My homies had to calm me down, I'm about to pull up, and when I pull up, everybody's getting it. I don't care. And then after that, I was like, yo, I'm not wearing my heart on my sleeve. Like, I can't do it.
I used to be the most loving girl that I know. Like, I gave guys my everything. I used to love and all that bullshit, whatever. But like after like you got so many guys just like showing you like you shouldn't wear your heart in your sleeve. That's when I learned how to deal with my emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I'm an Aquarius. Like I could just give love, and when I realize I'm not getting the same, I don't got no emotions. I will really deal with you like a man. Like I really deal with I deal with men and real stuff. That's how I deal with men right now. Like literally, I have dudes that like my last thing ended because the dude started getting upset because he didn't feel like I was showing the same emotion. And I did not want to be in a relationship with him because he felt like I was being cold-hearted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even being cold-hearted. It's just like that's just who I am.
Then what makes you a savage is when you could top me and then I say I love you and you say don't love me, I'm fucking your friend. That's a savage woman right there. That's a savage. That's a demon.
I'm really big on get that bread, get that head,
then leave.
Okay. And when I say that, meaning I feel like women think what makes them a savage is fucking niggas and then not having no emotion. Actually, you losing, sis, because he still got the pussy. A savage is when you making him do everything that a bitch can't do unless she's given the pussy. You make him do all of that shit, and then you still don't wife him. Like you could do a lot. You could have a man do a whole lot without giving him nothing.
That's true.
And that's what makes you a real savage. Once you give him pussy, you lost.
That's it.
You lost. That's not what makes you a savage. When you could do that, when you could have guys wanting to be in relationships with you, guys wanting to propose to you or proposing to you, and you turning them down. Cause he's like, what the fuck? But no, it's not crazy. It's not crazy because a lot of females.
That's a sucker though. You savage and suckers. You savage and a sucker. You're not savage and a savage.
So Rico, you could be right with that. Maybe they are simps. Maybe they whatever. But if I know what dude is savage, I know he take down this shorty and take down this shorty and take down this shorty and be making girls cry and everything. Why? I don't care. Right. I'm good.
Not giving the box to someone and say you did some that wasn't savagery. First of all, if this guy really was sincere into you, right, and you without even having sex with you the whole 9 yards, this is a man that sounded like he wanted to court you and take you seriously, and you played yourself. That's one. But for two, let's be clear here. Why do you think that he won because he got the? Why did you equate that?
Because I feel like you can't call yourself a savage if you're fucking guys and leaving them.
No, when a guy get the box, but he can't get you, I'm telling you just now, some things just don't, yo, what's up? Like, such and such playing. And in the beginning, his first part of his ego is, oh, I got that. Listen, the first part of his ego is, well, I don't care, I hit anyway, but he's really salty. Yeah. He's really in his feelings, right? Because the box was crazy, you done did everything, the whole 9 yards, right? And you ain't to him off of him, that's what you wanted to do, right? So, but he can't get you the way how he want to get you.
Your time.
That is on the savage, but look, and listen, and any man that ever been trying to get somebody after getting them, do you understand exactly what I'm saying? Now, the guy that just, was giving you money, you got him to do, you that wasn't really nothing savage. You played to me, obviously you played yourself. It sounded like a guy was really serious.
Some people, they do a lot of shit for themselves too. So all because a guy is doing this and doing that, it doesn't mean necessarily that he's trying to court you. A lot of people do shit for themselves to make themselves feel like they got it. You understand? And I could spot that. I could definitely spot that. He feel like, oh, he gotta say this to me to get me. He gotta do this and he gotta take me here to get me. And it's like, oh, okay, you think I'm playing ball with you, okay? And now you really gonna fall for me, but I really know your true intentions or what your intention was at the gate. And when you're there, when you're like, damn, I actually really like her, bye, deuces.
A definition of what a savage is. And by no means do I ever call myself a savage. But I will say this. I believe that doing what you want to do and moving exactly how you want to move is what I would equate with being a savage. Because we on my time or we on no time. We doing what I want to do or we ain't doing shit. We going where I want to go or we ain't going nowhere.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like you taking me out to eat and we gonna do X, Y, and Z because that's what I want to do. So it ain't about having sex with men, leaving them hurting their feelings, because their feelings gonna get hurt regardless. Just like Ross said, simply because they can't get you how they want to get you.
I was dealing with somebody and he was supposed to be a savage. And I'm like, okay, you're a savage, we could fuck. But after that's all you're gonna get. But he claimed he was a so-called pro-savage, like he was a savage. So whatever happened, whatever we did, then he just started he started acting like the bitch in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, like I thought we spoke about what it was. You know what I'm saying? So now he might look at me like, oh, you hot lady, you have a, you're so cold, I can't read you. But like we had a clear conversation about what we're gonna do. But okay, we watch TV together, we eat together. I like watching TV.
Go ahead.
I like to eat.
He couldn't get you. Then he couldn't get you how he wanted to get you.
For him to get me,
He couldn't get her at all.
Like this is like having sex. That's what
doesn't mean you get me.
I don't
Like,
get you
that's
having
what
sex.
people like.
When I got you, you're here. You're wrapped around this one. Hey, you come here. I want you at my house by 8 o'clock. Okay, that's when I got you. But if you fuck me and I'm like, yo, what's up? I want you to come over. You be like, nigga, fuck you. I'm going now doing whatever I want to do. I'm like, wait, what? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
That was his confusion. His confusion was like, okay, I don't get it. Like we had sex, whatever. So why can't we just be in a relationship? I'm like, that's not what we talked about. But we go out and we do this, but that's not the conversation we have. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I could do all these things and still not see you. Like once I said this is what I want.
Cause remember one time we had a conversation and they was talking about there's a list. They always got one who they really be feeling.
Oh,
right?
of course.
Then they got
Ashley.
this one that always be chasing.
Ashley.
Right? She really don't. She really like he cool. She tell her friends, oh he cool, yada yada yada. But she really don't want him. She really want this other guy. So when the one that's doing everything that who she really don't want, she don't really have that. He can't. She really don't. She could have sex with him without really being. She's not invested in him. Let me use that term, right? She's not truly invested. But the one who. She mad at him all day, but she's sending that text 2:30 in the morning after he just left the club in the city. She's picking up. She waking up. If you call a woman in the middle of the night and she talking about why you calling me this late, just know you're not the one.